want to welcome you to Introductions to Business. My name is Dr. Jennifer Tra, and I'm going to be your instructor for this next, 5.5 weeks. So we will be going over each week. I will do a video announcement. So I will go over the assignments, what's expected of you on those assignments and each week. And then, of course, we will have our live lecture. This first week, it's actually going to be Thursday morning because it's the only time I can squeeze it in a very short amount of time. But after that, and I'll make that announcement again in a minute, it'll go on Mondays from 6 to 7. That's Eastern time, and it'll be 5 to 6 Central time. So we'll go ahead and get started. And just a few things to kind of get you all on the right track here. You'll have discussion posts each week, and basically I propose a question for you to kind of answer that question to the class, to me, to everyone. You'll need to make sure that you pay attention to the deadlines. This very first week is a short week, so the first discussion post and feedback post, which are required, are going to be both due Saturday midnight. And of course, you can always look at the calendar on the side for all the due dates for everything, but everything will be due at midnight. You need to make sure that you kind of pay attention to the 60-40 rule. So 60% of your discussion post grade will be based on your initial post, answering all of the questions, answering and making sure that you've addressed each one of the criteria for the discussion. And then, of course, your 40% is going to be your feedback post. Part of that is addressing your classmates by name. Now, I'm not really that picky as far as if it's a formal name, you want to use first and last, or last name, or just first name, that's fine. But part of business and communication is definitely addressing individuals in the discussion post. It actually helps me with grading, and it also helps the other students see who it is that you're responding to, because it doesn't necessarily show up in the threads. So that's kind of the main reason why I do that. And then, of course, all discussion posts will close after Saturday midnight. You will not have access to them after that point, so you need to make sure that you get your discussion post in that week because it is part of your attendance for the week. All of the written assignments, your application assignments, are all going to be due on Sundays, including your live lecture, which is going to be just part of your written assignment for that attendance. Everything should be in an APA format, APA template. If you're not really familiar with APA, please email me and I will direct you on how to get the APA template. I think that's the easiest way for you to do your assignments, and then you can go ahead and just make your changes for all of your assignments and all of your classes. So you do need to go to the resource tab. You'll go to the APA Citation Online Academic Guide, and then APA formatting, and then you can just download the template. For your written assignments, application assignments, everything except for the live lecture, you will be able to turn them in late if need be. However, there is a 10% penalty on your grade per day. So you will automatically lose 10 points for the most part every day until the 7th day, which would be a 0, and that's when that following Sunday the assignments will close and you will not have access to those assignments. So if there's any questions on that, please email me, and of course I will readdress it again in the live lecture a couple times for the next half week here and all of next week, so everybody kind of understands what's going on. For this week, Module 1, we start off with talking about businesses, economics, and banking. So you have a lot of things to cover this first week. You actually have assignments, you have your objectives that you need to review, a couple of activities, some online reading, and then you've got your book reading that you'll need to do, and then you have your written assignment, application assignment, the discussion posts, and of course the live classroom attendance. So the objectives for this week 1 is to identify the challenges that face local, regional, and national companies. We need to label the factors of production, describe your career objectives, what those might be, and how they might fit into the world of business. And we also need to look at the role of supply and demand. You guys will be doing this through unemployment, but we need to define what supply is and what demand is, and then identify the factors that shift those levels and affect supply and demand, and then discuss the difference measurements within unemployment. A lot of this will be going over in the live lecture as well, so if it's all like new and Greek to you, don't worry. I will send out the live lectures if you cannot make the first one or thereafter, so you will have an opportunity to watch the live lecture and get attendance. Your written assignment for this first week is on your career choices. So what you'll need to do is kind of visit some websites, whichever one you want, preference, Monster, Career Builder, Indeed, any ones that you can think of. And then you need to write a 2 to 3 paragraph paper addressing the following. You need to summarize your 3 career choices that you found and that kind of fit into your post-graduation goals. You need to search for the jobs in your area that meet one of those 3 choices and outline the job duties, responsibilities, and experiences. And you only need to do that for one of those. So your first kind of like paragraph, if you will, is going to be your 3 choices and why they fit into your post-graduation goals. The next paragraph is going to be kind of, now pick one of those 3 and give me the job duties, responsibilities, experience required, and salary range for that position. And then, of course, make sure that you're telling me what site you used. Is it Monster, Indeed, Career Builder? And then make sure you're using correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar. Of course, and this is going to be due Sunday midnight. Here's the rubrics to kind of go over a little bit of what I'm looking for so that you've summarized those 3 choices is 10 points. You've outlined the job through responsibilities, required experience, salary, duties, career goals, and explain why, and there's 10 points. Correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation is 5 points, and that you've included the website that you've got this information from for your references, which is also 5 points for that total of 30. So your application assignment this week is going to be on supply and demand. So basically you're going to choose one of those following. So it doesn't look as bad as it might seem, but it's only a 1-page document. There's a lot of different factors that affect supply and demand for organizations. So you're going to look at a fast food company in your area. You can choose whichever one you would like to look at. And basically you're going to address one of the following. You will either identify and explain in detail how changes to 2 factors on supply, so 2 factors in supply, kind of impact the company's business operations. How would those 2 supply side factors affect the company's ability to supply food to the customers? Or you can identify and explain in detail how changes in 2 factors on demand would impact the company's business operations, and how would those 2 demand factors affect customers' willingness to purchase food items from the company. Make sure you include correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And the breakdown here is that you basically chose one of those 2 to discuss. You've either supply or demand side to affect the fast food business. That's 25 points. And that you used correct formatting, spelling, and grammar, which is 5 points. Your discussion post this week is on unemployment. I actually put up this website too. I think it's the best place to go. But basically you're going to research unemployment in your area by your county, state, and then are there enough people working in those areas who can afford to purchase products and services at a desired price? And then is the local is the local workforce available to provide me with one of the factors of production, i.e. labor? So you kind of want to talk about that. The website, I think, is the best place. It's Department of Labor, and then you can break it down by your state and then county, and then basically how would this affect business growth strategies. And you can pick any business that you want. It's not a specific type of business. The live classroom is going to be on Mondays from 6 to 7 going forward, starting in week 2. This first week is actually going to be Thursday. I believe I set it for 10 Eastern, 10 Central Time. Sorry, I forgot. I just set it on the calendar and I knew I meant to write it down. But the first one's going to be Thursday morning. Sorry, it's already been a long day. Um, I understand that it's going to be short notice. A lot of people aren't going to be able to attend. I will send out the recording so you will be able to attend and get your points for the first recording. But going forward in week 2, it is going to be on Mondays. I think it's easy for me to do it on Mondays because, and for you guys, because you'll start the module that week and I've discussed a lot of the stuff that you need to, and anything additional that you need, you can either read up on it either the weekend prior or during the week before your assignments are due on Sunday or your discussion post on Wednesday. So I think it gives you a good opportunity to kind of listen or attend the live lecture and get the information that you need to be able to do your assignments. So going forward, they're going to be 6 to 7 Eastern Time, 5 to 6 Central Time. So you need to make sure that you do watch these announcements. I do offer extra credit here and there. I only do it in these announcements. So make sure you do watch these, listen to them to get information. This first one's long because I have a lot of stuff to go over. But if you do have questions, additional questions, comments, or concerns, emailing me is the best way. I'm basically a virtual professor, so I pretty much work from home. I am in the Ocala campus, in the Ocala area. I do live in Tampa, though, but I do go up to the Ocala campus once a week. This week, I believe it's Tuesdays. And it's like, I'm usually there like 3 to 6. I'm not there very long. And I know not everybody's in Ocala either. So I think easier to kind of either meet by phone or in my Adobe room. We can always set up an appointment outside of those times. My office hours are also on the calendar to be able to discuss anything that you guys need. So, I hope everybody has a great half week this first week, and please reach out to me if you do have any comments, questions, or concerns.